Welcome to the Forward Focused Flashcast. Bite-sized episodes designed to help you become a more effective, well-rounded leader with quick tips that you can implement right away. I'm your host, Jon Reusch, and in today's episode, we're actually talking about 10 signs of awesome company culture. I think it's very natural for leaders and employees in any organization to think about, is their company or is their business, is it operating at the highest level of culture that it possibly can? And I came across an interesting article on this, and I wanted to do a talk around 10 signs that tell you have a healthy and thriving company culture. And as you're listening to these 10 points, it's going to be natural for you, whether you're a leader or an employee, to think about, am I in the environment that supports this type of culture? Is this what I'm experiencing in my day-to-day? And that's, of course, a natural thing. And as leaders, if you're not in an environment like that, if the culture isn't embodying this, there's some things in self-reflection that we can do, because once we know better, we can then go do better, right? So there's a great opportunity here for growth too, if you feel like you're not thriving at the highest level in culture. So 10 signs of awesome company culture. Number one, your boss or manager, the leader of your organization, excitedly tells you that she's taking her son to football practice early on Wednesday afternoons. Right there, right? That speaks that family is first, that work-life balance is an important part of our organization. And it's something that if the boss or the leader is excited to share that would mean that employees can feel comfortable and be excited to share in that same lived experience as well, right? That family is important, that balance is important. Number two, that you hear laughter and you hear it often. That's so big, right? I think sometimes we can get caught up in, we got to get our job done, we got to get our tasks done. What's the next thing? We got to be more efficient. But laughter is such an important piece of being a fulfilled person. So if you're not hearing laughter often, if you're not hearing people enjoying themselves, that might be a sign that we could infuse some humor, we can infuse some relief into the day-to-day functions of your organization. Number three, innovation and failures are welcomed. They're not feared. This is a big one. And when I talk with leaders, whether I'm coaching with them one-on-one or they comment on one of my masterminds or a podcast and they say, I struggle with trying too many new things at once, right? Because I know what works, I know what's efficient. And obviously, if we try things and they're not working, if we do too many of those, we risk going backwards. We risk taking a step backwards. The key here is that you're having regular and consistent communication with your team around strategic innovation, strategic failures, right? And that it's okay if we make a mistake. It's okay if something doesn't go perfectly as planned. Our expectation is we learn from it and we grow from that. We know that we're focusing on progress in this key area, not just perfection. So that's a big one. Innovation and failures are welcome, not feared. Number four, the company handbook is written in plain, simple language. This is huge, right? That anybody can understand. They know exactly where to go to get it. They can understand what the dress code is, what the office hours are, what their time off looks like, so that there's a shared expectation and that everybody's on the same page moving towards the goal of that company, the goal of their job, the goal of working better as a team. I sometimes read company handbooks and they're very confusing and they're 50, 60, 70 pages. I know in one of the organizations I run, we have a 20-page handbook and it's in a company that has over 400 people. 20-page handbook for 400 people. Number five, your colleagues come from different backgrounds, different nationalities, different walks of life. This is so critical in 2021, right? To have an eclectic workplace, to have different and diverse perspectives that can be heard, can be felt, can be shared. That's how we learn, right? That's how we stay away from groupthink. That's how we stay away from just saying yes because, it's how we've always done it. Having those different backgrounds and personalities can really add more flavor to your organization. Number six, meetings start and end on time. This is critical. When they don't start and end on time, you're sending a message that time isn't important, that whatever we're talking about or whatever is happening takes precedent to your time. Great culture, meetings start and end on time. Number 7, your kids, and I actually expand this to family, but your kids are welcome to drop in at any time. That's huge, right? I know in our organization, we have busy real estate agents that pop in and out of the office, and they may be on their way home from or on their way to school. We welcome that, right? We welcome and we cherish seeing the family behind the person, right? That's kind of how I describe that, because remember, that's what makes somebody whole. They're not just a robot. They don't just work. They have passions and hobbies and interests, and they have a family that they're providing for. Number 8, you're rarely the smartest person in every meeting you attend. Now listen, there's going to be meetings you attend where you may be the most seasoned or most experienced, but are you putting yourself in meetings? Are you putting yourself in situations where you're not the smartest person? Are you learning? Are you expanding? That's a big one, and something that I love to focus on with our team, that we're always expanding our minds and thinking of new ways to do things. Number 9, my personal favorite, gossip is shut down quickly. Make it a habit to shut down conversations that aim to tear others down. In other words, if somebody is looking to complain or vent or be frustrated, moving away from that conversation into positivity and to constructive criticism and building each other up, that's critical in a healthy and happy, thriving work culture. And then number 10, and I think this is a big one that definitely hit through the last couple years with the pandemic, you're trusted to work from home. You have clear expectations on how you can work from home, what needs to be done to work from home successfully, and whether that's a weekly thing or bi-weekly or multiple times per week, you're trusted and you know that you can get the results needed to work from home. Remember, company culture is not a sentence that you write in a handbook or on the wall. It's how your team behaves when no one's enforcing it. It's just how your team behaves, period. So quick recap of the 10 signs of an awesome company culture. Your boss excitedly tells people that they're taking time off to spend with family. You hear laughter often. Innovation and failures are welcomed. They're not feared. The company handbook is clearly and simply written. Your colleagues come from diverse and multiple backgrounds. Meetings start and end on time. Your kids, and I expanded that to family, are welcome to drop in because the person is whole with their family. You're rarely the smartest person in every meeting you attend. Gossip is quickly shut down, and you're trusted to work from home because it's about results, not where you're at. Remember, even the best leaders could have the perfect strategy, but without the right culture, you're dead in the water. Culture first, results then follow. If you found value in today's content, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss a lesson to be the leader that you deserve to be. And until next time, lead on.